All right, we're live. Game of Thrones, season 7, episode 1. Dragon. Uh,
Dragonstone.
Dragonstone. Uh, this episode was basically a lot of like catching up with the Lannisters and the Starks. Basically, we got to see a little bit of every. We saw Jamie and Cersei obviously together since they're
Mhm.
physically together, and but I mean, we hopped around from Stark to Stark Child. We even saw a tiny bit of Bran, but we started the episode catching up with Arya and her getting revenge on the phrase. I believe
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah, the
phrase,
phrase.
the family that helped cause the Red Wedding, that participated in attacking her brother Robert at the Red Wedding and killing him and all that. Arya's like she's getting to the point where she's becoming more and more dangerous and powerful, I guess, with her powers and being able to assassinate multiple people and all that. The bulk of the episode, we stopped in with Sam a little bit at the library studying.
That wasn't a little bit. That was a little bit
Yeah,
too
but
much.
a lot. Maybe too much.
You saw her with what?
Well, no, Sam. We saw Sam at the
Sam.
library studying, and
Oh, Tarly.
yeah. He was just studying and learning about the things that he was there to learn about. And we had some comedy scenes with him. It was a decent chunky episode.
He found out a pretty important thing. He found out that the dragon glass underneath Dragonstone, and he sent a raven to John, so he could.
Yeah, Baratheon told him. Not Baratheon.
Stannis.
Stannis told him that there was a bunch of dragon glass lying somewhere away from the castle. I don't know where that was, but we knew that. Pretty much, the dude that said he was gonna clap Cersei's cheeks last season, the guy from the Iron Islands. I don't remember.
Euron Greyjoy.
Yeah, the Greyjoy. They made an alliance this season with the
yeah.
the
No, he
Greyjoys.
said I'm gonna go there and go. Like you're a goon.
He said he's gonna go get something to make her say yes.
No.
To
I'm talking about last season.
Okay.
Yeah, when he said he was gonna like pull up to the.
Yeah, let's try and go. Let's try and go chronological order. There were basically mainly 3 parts. There was the beginning with Arya, and then there was the part with Sansa and Jon having their first like kind of leadership disagreement, where she kind of disagreed and felt like the people that were loyal to them in the war should be rewarded for the people that were loyal to them should be rewarded, and the people that weren't, who betrayed them, the family who betrayed them, should be punished. And Jon felt like if it's in your family lineage or whatever, like you should get to keep the land regardless of what the current.
I think he specifically said he's not going to punish the sons for the sins of their fathers or something like that.
So what did you guys think about that? And we saw a little bit of Littlefinger, the best character in the series.
Wait, think about what?
The situation at
the disagreement that they had.
Yeah, the whole situation at the wall with Sansa and Littlefinger and Sansa and Jon, and they're kind of hinting there's maybe a future conflict between them.
I actually don't think there's going to be that big of a conflict. I think Sansa's going to pull a fast one on Littlefinger, actually, because it seems like she knows what she's doing at this point.
I honestly think there'll be a conflict, but not the way like people expect. It's gonna be, to me, it's gonna be this disagreement thing isn't gonna last very long. At some point, Sansa's probably gonna realize that Jon has her best interest, and Jon has experience through this kind of thing because the nigga just got stabbed for quote unquote betraying his brothers, and what he said was right. And I feel like at some point she'll see Jon's side of things.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think Littlefinger is gonna last because either A, he's gonna take over. He's gonna be the ventriloquist to the puppet that is Sansa, or Sansa's gonna use him, and then at some point discard him in some way.
I think the second one is more likely. I think at this point Sansa's not gonna be manipulated anymore.
No, I don't think so either.
I think possibly worst case scenario for them, since Littlefinger is like technically the leader of the Vale or whatever, he might bounce and join. Yeah, he might join Cersei.
Yeah, but they don't have that. They don't have the Knights of the Vale.
Connection.
They don't. No, their army's not that big.
They're not that big, but they're
small.
It's a pretty strong army, though.
Do you think he would oppose the Starks?
Remember what Jamie said? Jamie said, "We are the losing side. Nobody wants to side with the losing side." You have the entire North, pretty much. That's what John is going to end up doing, is uniting the entire North. I know what for a fact. He's going to unite all the Starks, all the other families, and he have thousands, maybe hundreds of, not hundreds of thousands, but he's going to tens of thousands of soldiers. Mm-hmm. And you have Cersei, who has nobody. You have Daenerys, who's coming, who will side with Jon, because Jon doesn't really have any aspiration to become king. So if he wants, they can unite together and just crush her. So if anything,
that's the thing I don't see. Like, how are the Lannisters even gonna fight? They're gonna get massacred at this point.
But Daenerys, they're gonna get clapped.
Yeah, that's what they're struggling with. Clapped. So, and if it's a sea battle, supposedly the greatest armada is with the Greyjoys from the Iron Islands.
No, but they have a decent army too.
The Greyjoys, yeah.
Yeah, they have a good army.
On the sea, I think the Greyjoys.
They would crush everybody.
Yeah, you can't touch them.
Yeah, you can't touch them.
And also, you guys want to talk about the whole Euron and Cersei stuff? Because I want to bring something up.
Go ahead.
You know how he said he's not going to come back to King's Landing until he brings back a priceless gift for her?
Yeah, that was.
I have three guesses on what the gift is going to be. First guess, Tyrion's head is obvious.
Yeah, I assume Tyrion immediately.
Second guess is Sand Snake's head, the leader of the Sand Snakes, since she killed her daughter.
Yeah.
Cersei's daughter. The third thing, it's something from the book that I don't know if they're going to incorporate in the show, but in the books, Euron says he has a horn that supposedly can control dragons once you blow on it. So
really,
yeah. So if the show goes that route, maybe that's the other gift that.
Oh, that'll be disgusting.
And that can turn around the
Yeah.
I can see if they have something like that.
Oh my god.
If they can manipulate Daenerys' dragons, then the fighting would be more even.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, but even like her soldiers are just better. Like a Dothraki army and a freaking Unsullied army. It's insane. And then she has the Dornish people with her too. And
I forgot the Dornish are there too. Oh my god, I forgot about them. And those dudes have the poison spears, the poison weaponry.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for.
So what do you think about the part with the Sam stuff in the middle?
Sam stuff in the middle?
Yeah.
It's very important.
It was very important. I just thought it was dragged out a little bit too long. But that's a little nitpick I had. But besides that, it was important to know. And also with the Sam stuff, not just the Dragonstone reveal or what's his name? Jorah. We found out Jorah was
Jorah Mormont.
Oh yeah, Jorah Mormont was in the library. Yeah, that was important. I don't remember, since I didn't rewatch last season, why he was there.
Daenerys banished him. Not banished him. He didn't. Yeah. He said he's gonna. She told him to go find a cure for his stone disease or whatever.
Yeah, he's a stone man.
Yeah, and the Citadel or whatever where Sam is right now is the best place for a cure, possibly. Or and stuff like that. That's why he's there.
But I was trying to remember exactly why he ended up in that location, because I remember it got banished.
Yeah, he got cut by one of the stone men, and then he became a stone.
Yeah, no, I remember that, but I didn't remember why he was at that Citadel specifically. I was like, why is he there?
That darn Citadel.
Because it seemed like he was some kind of prisoner or something.
All that shit stuff with Sam, I was like, bro, what the hell are they doing?
Yeah, well, that's what else.
Yeah, it wasn't just shit. It was piss too.
Humor, I figured. I know there was a lot of people that just thought it was like the funniest thing ever. I could just tell. Like,
it was funny.
Yeah.
But I was just grossed out.
It was definitely like a creative sequence that I haven't seen before, especially in Game of Thrones. What do you guys think about Arya and her developments?
She's going down a dark path.
This episode was really like, it was like a return to the old Game of Thrones, where it wasn't like, where it was just a bunch of like interesting subplots with the main characters and not the build up towards like a big battle or a big spectacle situation that we've seen the last couple seasons. Like this definitely wasn't more like like grounded episode, just following the characters and seeing like what small subplots they were up to, as opposed to like building towards this big explosive thing. So what do you
Arya
think
said she's going to King's Landing, right?
Yeah, she's gonna go try and kill
Yeah,
Cersei.
she's gonna try and
Do
kill
you think
Cersei.
she's actually gonna go? Do you think she's gonna meet Jon in them before?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think she'll
No.
get to King Landing, and she'll get caught up in something.
I think someone's gonna find out her plot before she even gets to Cersei.
Yeah,
Like the way she was lying about it, kind of implied it there with the knights or whatever she was hanging around with. I think she's gonna be a bad spy with someone who's loyal to the Lannisters, and she's gonna get in trouble. So I just think someone's gonna figure out what she's doing and start tracking her down before she even gets there. I don't see her
You think she'll run into Melisandre?
possibly. I don't see her getting to Cersei at all.
Because all of her like allies and stuff, they're in the north, like the Hound and everybody.
Yeah, she's kind of
Anybody that could possibly save her if she's in like a tough situation, or like all up in the north, unless Jack and Hagar, unless he shows up again to help her out if she's in a tough spot.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Brienne? What do you think her role is going to be?
Brienne?
Yeah, Brienne of Tart.
Didn't she quote unquote kill Stannis?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we saw her at the wall.
I know we saw that. We saw her training with the Squire Boy. I forgot his fucking name.
Podrick.
Yeah, Podrick.
My man.
You think she's gonna lay? You think she's laying low this season? You think she's gonna have some role?
Her main role is gonna be to just be around Sansa. She's not gonna leave her side. Might counsel her against Littlefinger's, whatever Littlefinger's gonna try to say to her, stuff like that.
Yeah, she's supposed to be protecting Sansa.
Do you think Littlefinger's gonna be an opponent for Sansa, or do you think he's gonna be
No, he's in love with Sansa. He
he's
sees
in love
Sansa
with Sansa.
he sees Sansa like her mother.
Yeah.
And
I think Sansa's gonna kill Littlefinger this season.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Either that or he's gonna kill her.
Yeah, one of them's gonna die by the other person's hand.
I can't see him killing her like willingly, unless he would have to be really.
This is George R. R. Martin. He's known for
he'd have to
doing
be
shit like
no,
this.
but he loves Sansa, so he'd have to be really like pushed to the wall. Like he'd have to. Really
I don't think he'll do it on purpose. He'll probably do it on accident.
Nah, I think he would have to it'd have to be down to him dying or her dying for him to kill her at all. All right. So what did you guys think about what was the final thing? Oh, the Hound stuff.
That was my favorite part of the episode, besides the opening scene.
Him with the followers of the Lord of Fire, or whatever.
The Lord of the Light.
And him sort of like slowly kind of getting indoctrinated into that like following.
That cult type following.
Yeah. He's sort of buying into it slowly, getting more involved now that
I was about to call him the Band of the Hawk. I forget the name.
So what do you guys think about the Hound going in that direction? Or do you think he's gonna be devoted?
No, I don't think he's gonna be a devoted follower. I think he's always gonna be a skeptic. But I don't know. I feel like his role's gonna be big.
The Hound. I don't think he'll be devoted. I think he'll be unwilling, but he's always gonna fall into that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's always gonna kind of gravitate towards whatever they do. He's not gonna completely submit. At least that's what I think is not. That's what I think. He's not.
Yeah.
Does he play as big a role in the books as he does in
I don't really read the books.
Okay.
So.
Because I think I remember his role being like smaller, a little bit smaller than this. All right, so the whole ending sequence with Daenerys and Tyrion returning to the land of
it's Castle
Dragonstone.
Yeah.
Isn't that Castle Rock?
No, it's Dragonstone.
No, it's the land of the Targaryens.
Yeah, Dragonstone.
So
that's where the name of the episode was.
I know Tywin was there. That's why I confused it for Castle.
Yeah, it's Dragonstone. It's the land of
Dragonstone.
No, that's where Stannis' people were.
But I saw the dragon, so you're right. I saw the little dragon homages.
Yeah.
So what role do you think this is gonna play? Is this gonna be her stronghold? Is there some kind of Same.
Yeah, I think this is where she's gonna plan her conquest. This is what's his name? The only reason I know stuff about the books is because I watch shit on YouTube, like theories and stuff and like explanations. Basically, what's his name? Aegon Targaryen is the guy who conquered Westeros back in the day, and this is where he plotted his conquest of Westeros. That table that you see, Aegon built that table.
Okay.
I never.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be like her kingdom. Like this is kind of like where he's gonna be the center of it, I guess. Is what's kind of implied. So.
It has to be. If anything, it has to be her. I don't want to say stronghold because I don't know how long she'll be there for.
But this is gonna be
while
like
she's trying to conquer like the Seven Kingdoms, that's probably where she's at.
That's gonna. This is like her Winterfell. This is like her Casterly Rock or whatever. And then when she becomes a queen, she's gonna be at King's Landing or whatever. If she becomes queen, or her goal to become queen, she'd be at King's Landing. But then this is like her Winterfell, Casterly Rock or whatever.
All right. It's like one more season after this season. So who is the most likely to be sitting on the Iron Throne at the end of before the White Walkers attack? Obviously,
it's a good question.
The obvious are more likely to be sitting on the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
The obvious guesses are like Daenerys, Jon. I highly doubt it's going to be Jon.
Really?
Just because he doesn't want to be.
Jon doesn't want to be. Yeah.
But that's a likely thing. Like he's reluctantly the best person for the job, right?
The obvious choice is Daenerys, since the beginning, that's been her goal.
Yeah, but that's why I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
To be honest,
maybe Jaime.
George R. R. Martin, Cersei is probably gonna end up at the top.
Yeah, at the end, definitely. It depends.
She would
you think Cersei?
No, I don't think. I'm saying knowing his track record with a lot of his books, and how they end up with the bad guys at the top.
That would be hilarious.
He would do some goon shit like that. So.
Or the White Walkers.
I don't think he does it.
No, but he said before they pull up and kill everybody.
The White Walkers.
Okay.
I mean, to me, the obvious choice is Jon. Like his story.
No, I don't think Jon should be king.
I don't think he should be. I think it should be Tyrion, if anything. But I think he's the most likely. Like he's the most traditional person in that role. He's like the bastard son. He's underappreciated, and like he's
but most of those guys,
the rightful king.
He's the most noble. If you believe that theory, he's like born to the throne. Like he has Targaryen blood and all those things. Like, so he's like set up to be.
Oh, do you guys think Jon and Daenerys are gonna meet next episode?
Yes, I think they're gonna meet soon.
You think he's gonna go down to Dragonstone?
Possibly. I definitely think their meeting is like inevitable at this point. Like they're gonna meet before they're gonna unite against Cersei. Mm-hmm. Which one of them is gonna be the leader? I don't know. I mean, most likely Daenerys is gonna be killed.
You think so?
I think she'll be killed. So
this season?
No.
Daenerys is going down
in the battle against the White Walkers. She's gonna be killed. So that
Daenerys is going down the kind of path that makes me think that she's not gonna last till the end. So if anybody's gonna be king, it's gonna be either Tyrion, Jon. I really wanted Daenerys to be the king, but she's on some weird shit.
I can see it, but she's in that trajectory where she's either gonna like become
going crazy
arrogant. Yeah, she's becoming too power hungry. She's either gonna be too power hungry or she's gonna,
Oh, you think she's gonna have that madness that they and it looks like she's having it right now.
Oh, yes. This is some wild shit. You mean like the Mad King stuff?
Yeah, they're crazy because most of their family's inbred. So,
I know what I heard. You know how whenever Bran goes back in the past, he can like semi affect the people or stuff, like tell them what to do. I heard this crazy theory where the Mad King, the reason why you're saying burn them all, is because Bran from the future went back trying to tell them to burn all the White Walkers.
Good night. That's crazy.
That's not even a bad theory. I have nothing to say.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. But I was gonna say either that I could see.
Why can't Bran be king?
Why would he be when they have Jon Snow?
To be honest, there might be no. There actually might not.
I mean, if they need a boy, I guess.
There might not be any more Seven Kingdoms anymore. At the end of the series, no more King's Landing, no more anything.
Well, that's what I think. That's what I think is going on right now. There's somebody who like either most likely Jon or Daenerys. Like they're kind of going on this journey, trying to like unite.
The name of the series is The Song of Ice and Fire, and they both represent ice and fire. Yeah. But Jon literally is ice and fire if the theory is right. But if it's Targaryen and Stark or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I just see Daenerys being the person set up the most to be king, and Jon, since he doesn't want to be king, going along with that. But I think she'll be killed or something.
Do you think they'll get together, like
yes.
romantically?
Yeah.
Who, Jon and
I don't know about that.
Daenerys.
I don't know.
I mean, look.
I think they'll be allies.
The Targaryen blood is known for inbreeding, bro. So it's.
Maybe.
I don't think they'll be together forever.
Definitely.
Like I don't think they're gonna be like a not together. You know what I mean? Like they're not.
Yeah.
Gonna be like
there's only one true love in the show.
But stop being a goon, Wesley. I mean,
political relationship maybe.
Yeah, no, they're gonna be like
allies. Yeah,
and they're gonna be like FWBs, in my opinion. And like there's gonna be a child out of that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's gonna be a child out of that.
I think Jon will support her role. Her quest to become king, but she won't. Something will prevent her from becoming king, and he'll take this line. He'll end up being pushed into the position. Because I think if he is a Targaryen, he automatically is more in line for the throne.
He is supposed to be like technically.
Yeah, he's the true heir actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
he's even before. And
her whole journey is based on the idea that she has the rightful claim to the throne.
Yeah.
More than anyone else.
If she figures out that he has more right than her, she might even offer him, "You should be it because you're actually."
Ooh, you think so? No, with how
no,
she.
No, I don't think. I think
she would see him as.
No, I think she's going to be too power hungry at that point. But
yeah,
logically, that's what she should have thought. If she cares about loyalty or honor or whatnot, yeah.
I don't think she will at that point.
Well, I do think this season one of her dragons will die.
Yeah, because one of them dipped already, right?
No, she still has all three.
No. Oh, that was like 2 seasons ago, man.
All right. Well, let's do rating for this episode, MVP, and what do you want to see next week, Kevin?
Rating, I give it like an 8. It did a very good job of like kind of catching us up to where everyone is at the point, and it gave us insight as to like what Cersei's thinking, who's making moves towards where everyone's kind of aligned right now. Also, at the end of the episode, that she got the Dragonstone. We found the important thing about the dragon glass, which is very crucial to probably killing all of the
White Walkers.
What do they call all the White Walkers? So a lot of information. We pretty much got up to speed as to where everyone is at in terms of the war, just their personal stuff. So I think it's a good episode. That's about it. Next episode, what do I expect to see? Yuriana's gonna come back, presumably. We're gonna see more of Sam than we did this episode. They're gonna go back to the style where they focus on maybe like 3 characters every episode. So we're probably maybe 4 characters, but we're probably gonna see like Melisandre. We're gonna see if Stannis is really dead. We're gonna see if what is the aftermath of that, the Frey death. Like what are the consequences of that? The rest of that. Arya is gonna be probably in the next episode too, and there's gonna be the continued conflict between Jon and
Sansa.
Yeah, Sansa. I was gonna say Sophie Turner as a joke, but yeah, that's what I. Oh, and beside that, fuck Sansa.
All right, so.
I'd give this episode an 8 too. It did a solid job as like a opening episode. Kevin basically summed up my thoughts, but for next week, I think we're gonna obviously focus on Daenerys since we barely focused on them this week.
Yeah.
Daenerys, Jon, I think are going to be constants in every, and probably more stuff with Sam. I'm trying to think if we forgot anybody. White Walkers. I think we're going to see more of the Night King and Bran stuff next episode too.
Yeah, definitely more Bran.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Bran.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid 8. I'd even bump it like 8.2. It was good. Who's the MVP for you, Saeed?
This episode?
Yeah.
Just because of the opening scene, I want to say Arya, but I'd say the Hound, personally.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I might say the Hound or Sansa for doing a 180 complete. Like Sansa at the beginning, she would never have disagreed with Jon and questioned in front of everyone and stuff like that.
And even the way she handled Littlefinger, that was really good.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Gonna have to take it. But yeah, so that was it. Solid episode. I like the style of it. Really enjoying it. I want to see more Tyrion. Next episode.
Random note, but the way the episode was shot was beautiful. Like the scenery and everything, the camera work, and the sound and everything.
Yeah,
I appreciated all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah,
it was directed really well.
I really hope
I like the pacing.
You guys come and see the rest of us, our reviews. I also have a surprise for you all, and just cue this.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Oh, sign out. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yep, subscribe.
Comment and like. Tell your friends about this amazing channel.
It's Saeed on Snapchat.
Follow me on Snapchat. ITZSYED. ITZSYED.
Follow that man. He has a lit Snapchat.